Good evening, esteemed faculty and families of my fellow graduates. It's an honor to be standing here today after all the many academic and personal obstacles we've all experienced and overcome these past 4 years. But with these struggles comes gratitude first and foremost for the people who've supported our goals no matter what. Personally, I would like to thank my mom and dad for sticking with me always and being my rock when I faltered. I would also like to thank my GĐPT temple for providing me with a second family's love and compassion. I wouldn't be standing here today without my saviors, Quizlet, Google, and Wikipedia. To the amazing teachers who've had to deal with our unconvincing excuses for late assignments and our stage 4 terminal senioritis. And last, but certainly not least, I want to thank all the other individuals at Park Hill, like the counselors, custodians, lunch ladies, and office staff who've made our education worth every struggle. Our 43rd President of the United States, George W. Bush, once said, "Rarely is the question asked, are our children learning?" Well, President Bush, in response to your question, I assure you that at Park Hill High, our children are learning, and at Park Hill, education is thriving. It's a privilege to look into the faces of my peers who I've experienced so many memories with and who've helped each other these past 4 years. And though many graduation speeches nowadays tend to give advice for the future, mine will focus more on embracing our past. And so with that said, I hope to remind you of the memories you may hold in your heart as you grow older. So, our freshman year, the first day of high school, we were small, terrified freshmen weaving our way through uncharted territory. Middle school was a walk in the park, and now in high school, we're gonna who are we kidding? We were gonna do the exact same thing we did in middle school. We lived by the saying that people who try aren't talented enough to slack. And maybe that works sometimes, but at one point in this year, that method didn't work and we failed. But we kept on going and we learned from our mistakes. Next thing we knew, we were on our way to lunch. Pasta bar and daily pizza were worshipped, and the freedom to choose where to eat and sit was a blessing. But then the nation's first lady took away those head-sized cookies from the snack bar, and if you're anything like me, you died a little in the inside. But that was okay, because we had amazing replacements, such as whole grain chips, whole grain Rice Krispies, whole grain cookies, whole grain puffs, whole grain grains. Thanks, Michelle Obama, for turning our cafeteria into a grain silo. Also, that freshman year, we got involved. We joined clubs, participated in the lip dub, attended our first high school dance, and somehow that freshman year ended so quickly, and we realized some of our expectations weren't fulfilled, but we lived and we kept on going. Now, flash forward to senior year, it's finally here, and we couldn't believe it. We were more loyal than ever to the Kansas City Royals, and we screamed with pride when we won the World Series. We listened to our last A Knife is a Knife speech and marched through the halls on Toga Day. One morning, we even heard an announcement saying that we could no longer have mayo on our spicy chicken sandwiches. Thanks again, Michelle Obama. We attended senior prom, took our last high school finals, EOCs, and AP exams, and finally here we are, the graduation ceremony. Now, I'll give you my first and last piece of advice in today's hip teen language. To my classmates, instead of turning up, you need to be learning up. Get your grades lit, textbooks and skills instead of Netflix and chill. Embrace your past and keep moving forward. There's a saying that memories will fade in time, but feelings are what last. The feeling of being a part of Park Hill School District will definitely stay with us. We will remember the words, "We are Park Hill," and they will mean something for years. And since we are all Park Hill, we will make the most of our lives, succeed beyond our wildest dreams, and become the people we want to be. But before I step down to let Chris speak, I want to give us one last chance to blast that chant that Mr. Earnesty leads at every pep assembly. And I've honestly always wanted to lead this thing, so I kind of need your cooperation, guys. So for those of you dozing off right now, now's the time to join us all in doing our last collective chant. So when I point to myself, I'm going to say the words, "we are." And when I point to you all, I want you guys to say, "Park Hill." And we'll do this 3 times like we usually do, okay? So, we are. We are. We are. I've had a great 4 years with you, and we'll miss you all very much. Thank you, Park Hill, for everything.